EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to the Tar Heel state of North Carolina, where the spirit of the late Sam Mills lives on with the pounding of the drum as we're ready for football at Bank of America Stadium in Charlotte. Coming up, we've got a good one in store. It's the Dallas Cowboys and the Carolina Panthers. Mike Tirico, along with my partner Greg Olson. It is the rookie Ryan Fitzgerald who gets this started. Off we go from Bank of America Stadium. They finally get him down, but he gets all the way up close to the 40-yard line. The Cowboys come out, and they are led out by Dak Prescott, as they have been for a decade. Wow. It's his 10th season as a Cowboy, three-time Pro Bowler, who is now 32 years old.
And we all know how talented this guy is, Mike, right? From the physical sense, that's obvious. But what really separates him, and it really came through when we had a chance to talk to him this week, is really his ability to operate from the neck up. His processing speed, his decision-making. It seems like he's always one step ahead of the defense, and when he's on, he's proven to be really hard to beat. Mike, this defense talked all week about the importance of coming out fast and starting this game the right way, and it's less about the loss of yards there on that first play and more about just setting the tone. Hey, we're going to be here all day. We're bringing it, and boy, did they ever.
Second down, Prescott. Here's a screen set up to Williams. And good work here defensively. They force him out after a gain of just a yard, and now it's third down.
Just a little slow developing on that screenplay there. It was pretty obvious to the entire defense exactly what was going on. Nobody was thinking pass. Nobody was getting back into their drops, and just nowhere for that back to go.
On third down, Prescott under pressure, and he'll go down. They got him.
And these are the type of splash plays that can have an impact, especially as the game goes on. This offensive line has to do a better job to make sure that they have this protection shored up and that this isn't a sign of things to come.
Fourth down, the veteran Brian Anger on to punt for Dallas. Trevor Etienne is back deep for Carolina. And that's a nice job of getting to him, making sure that return was not going anywhere. So the Panthers led out by their quarterback, Bryce Young. Shaky rookie year, but the back end of his second year, Greg, very effective for the man who was the #1 overall pick out of Alabama in 2023.
When he was taken as the first overall pick in the draft a couple years ago, Mike, it certainly was not because of his physical stature. It was because of his mind. It was because of his processing ability. It was because of all the intangibles that they believed they saw in his days coming out of Alabama. Now, he's gotten some experience under his belt from a rookie year that had its ups and downs. He has all the talent in the world. Now he's got to go out and just capture it and make it happen.
Tetero McMillan was the intended receiver. And it'll be second down. They'll run here. The former Canadian track star, Chuba Hubbard, will take it. And not much there. Good defense. Held to no gain.
A gain of 1 brings up third down and 9.
Got to get it to the 30. Here comes third down. Out of the shotgun, Young. He'll find his tight end, Tommy Tremble. Call it a gain of It's a Carolina first down.
This is good from Panthers. First down. First and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Third down is when we see so many tight ends around the league really make their money. They operate in the middle of the field. They're a big, easy target for the quarterback, and even if they are covered, Mike, they're not really ever covered.
Off he goes.
So often the best pass defense is a good pass rush, and that's exactly what we saw here. The pass rush disrupted this play from the very start. The quarterback has all of his attention on the rushers rather than his receivers downfield. All he can manage to do is get back to the original line of scrimmage.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's Young. He finds McMillan downfield. It's caught. And they'll have it across midfield down at the opposing 46-yard line. They'll get 19 out of that play. It's good for a Panther first down. Back to throw. Young. They'll go right back to McMillan. Complete. And they'll get about half what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5.
The drag route is certainly not the most complicated route on the route tree, but a really nice job there using the scheme to create separation. He did a really nice job there working across the middle of the field as he made himself open.
Young hands it to Hubbard. He'll try to get back to the line, but he's not happy. Going to lose a yard.
And after that negative run, I think this changes the play call now on 3rd down. So this offensive line has to be a lot better on 1st and 2nd down to gain positive yards. Stay on track because you don't want to be in 3rd and pass too often in today's NFL.
And that is incomplete.
Quarterback's lucky on that one, Mike, that ball ended up just harmlessly falling to the ground. It was that initial pressure that got to him that forced the errant throw, and fortunately for this offense, that ball didn't end up going the other way.
On 4th down, Carolina going to send out Sam Martin to punt. Devontae Turpin to return for the Cowboys. And we will not have a return here. This one angled out of bounds. The Cowboys offense ready to get going with their 2nd possession. They'll search for the first points of this game as they begin the drive on 1st and 10. They'll start this on the ground. It's Williams. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
He was brought down at the 28-yard line. 1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9.
Ball on the 28-yard line. Here's 2nd and 9. From the shotgun, it's Dak. That's going to be incomplete. Coverage very good there. Contact jarring the ball loose. And it's going to force 3rd down.
All things considered, it's actually a pretty good pass. I mean, he puts the ball in a place where only his guy can catch it. But I think he hears those footsteps coming from that nearest defender, and he's not able to secure the catch through contact.
And this ball incomplete on 3rd down.
And this passing game continues to come up short these last couple plays. That's 2 consecutive incompletions in a row. Now they're staring 4th down right in the face.
Here's Brian Anger now. He's on to punt for the 2nd time in this opening quarter. Fair catch made here. The drive will start at the 23-yard line. The Panthers offense about ready to get going on their 2nd possession. They had to punt on their opening drive. No damage done as of yet. Still scoreless here, and they'll pick it up 1st and 10. So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24. Get this drive started on the ground. It's Hubbard. Trying to find some place to go, but nothing developing. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 1.
I can promise you that is not how they wanted to start this drive, Mike. I mean, to get blown up at the point of attack, there was just nowhere for the back to go on that run.
Last play went the wrong way. It sets up 2nd and long. It's 2nd down and 12. The RPO, a pass taken by McMillan. He'll get about 6 before he's taken down.
That's a gain of 7. Brings up 3rd and 5.
3rd down, they need 5. To throw is Young. He's got his man. That's Legaz. 18 yards on the connection. It's a Carolina 1st down.
That's good for a Carolina Panther.
The defender has to do a better job here, Mike, of getting depth. He wants to elevate that ball to give his secondary defender a chance to make a play. He gets too much width, not enough depth, and a quarterback like this is going to take advantage.
There's a handoff to Hubbard. And he'll get forward for a couple. It's 2nd down.
A gain of 2. Brings up 2nd and
8. Throwing is Young. Defender draped all over him. Incomplete. Good work to body him up and set up a 3rd down.
8 yards.
Sometimes it's those footsteps. I don't care how long you've been playing or at what level you've been playing at. That defender's bearing down. You really get a good idea what guys are willing to go through contact to secure a catch, and in this case, what guys are unwilling.
Down the field, but it falls incomplete. Hunter Renfrow was the intended target that time. And it's going to bring up 4th down.
Every so often, Mike, you can see these offenses, and it looks like the passing game gets a little bit too predictable. And as the defense continues to flood the back end of these zones with extra defenders, they're continuing to force this quarterback to not only make some difficult throws, but to put the ball in harm's way.
And this is going to be a beauty. Touchdown at the 2-yard line. So now here are the Cowboys. Their offense ready to make their way back onto the field. And they're going to hear it from this crowd. They're backed up deep as they start 1st and 10. Drive begins with a run by Williams. Williams hit and loses the football. And the Panthers are going to recover the football.
And with all this talk about ball security, I can tell you firsthand, Mike, a lot of it just becomes mental. It's like the more you think about it, the more you stress it in practice, it almost gets worse. It's one of those things that when it starts to spiral, it's just hard to pull yourself out.
The Panthers offense ready to take over once again. They'll start with the football already in the red zone. Big opportunity here on 1st and 10. Here's Young to throw over the middle. He's got Legaz. And they'll get about half what they needed to pick up a 5 and sets up 2nd and 5.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 10-yard line.
Renfro brought in motion. On second down, Young. He takes off, and he's into the end zone. Bryce Young, touchdown, Carolina. So the turnover turns into a quick touchdown, and Greg, that's exactly how you want your offense to take care of business.
Anytime your defense can create those sudden change situations, Mike, absolutely, you have to take advantage of it. 1 second, you're sitting on the bench going over your next drive. All of a sudden, after that turnover, you've got to be able to get out on the field and go. Take advantage of the short field and results in a nice touchdown.
Ryan Fitzgerald now to add the extra point. He's got it. And the Panthers will take a 7-0 lead.
The score, Panthers 7, Cowboys 0.
Fitzgerald to send this one away. Avante Turpin on the return. Now an opening past the 30. Nice job on the return. He's down close to the 35-yard line. The Cowboys offense and Javonte Williams getting set for this next possession. They try to establish some tempo. They start this one with 1st and 10. They run over center with Williams. And they work this forward to the 35. Patrick Jones is there for the stop.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8 at the 35-yard line.
2nd down, 8 yards to go. It's another run here for Williams. He's fighting to get back to the line of scrimmage, but can't get there. Drops for the loss of a yard.
Sometimes you run all those big bodies out there, you kind of tip your hand. I always love going big jumbo personnel for a play action. In this case, they keep the ball on the ground. The defense knew it was coming, and they suffer a loss.
3rd and 10. A shotgun snap for Prescott. He's going to let one go deep for Lamb. And on 3rd down, that ball incomplete. He was trying to get it to C.D. Lamb. And it's going to lead to 4th down.
So I don't hate this call, Mike. You think it's 3rd and short, everyone's at or near the line of scrimmage. There's a lot of green grass downfield in the passing game. Traditionally, though, I'm a little more comfortable with this call when you've made the decision that even if it falls incomplete, you're going for it on 4th down. So I don't love 3rd and short, bomb, punt. I do love 3rd and short, okay, you fail, I'm going to go for it on 4th down.
Begins with a run by Hubbard. And that'll be good for about a half dozen. It'll set up 2nd down.
He's taken down at the 33-yard line. It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
Here's Young. Looking middle there, but it's incomplete.
So on a day where he's completed, give or take half of his passes, Mike, you have to imagine there's a handful of throws he'd like to have back, and I think that last one falls in that category, but biggest thing, and most fortunately for them, they find themselves with a lead despite a bit of an up-and-down performance out of their quarterback.
From the gun here on third down, it's Young. He'll try to run for it. A great job of knowing when to go. He gets 17 yards on that run and a first down.
That's good for a Carolina Panther. First and 10 at the 50-yard line.
The defensive line has to do a better job of contain rushing, especially on third down. Like, you can't rush one-on-one. You have to rush as a unit. Keep the quarterback in the pocket, and when you let him get loose, this is what's going to happen.
That's a nice pickup on a first down throw. It's a gain of 8.
The drag route, we used to say this is day one install. Every single offense in the NFL has this sort of route, especially for the tight end position. And depending on the speed and the run after catch ability of the tight end, sometimes it can lead to some of the biggest gains.
Shotgun snap, and no run. Here's Hubbard. And he'll go past the marker. He's got a first down on that gain of 5.
This is a situation that play callers love to be in, Mike. They have all their options on the table. Second and short, play action pass, you can run. In this case, they choose to keep it on the ground, play it safe, pick up the first down.
On first and 10, here's Young. A throw there, caught by Leggett.
So they have these rules for the receivers, Mike. They call them green grass rules, and the idea is if you're running across the field and you're looking at the quarterback, you're going to stay on the run. If you're not looking at the quarterback, that tells him, I'm going to sit in this soft zone. I'm going to, what they call, punch and pivot and stop, and that tells the quarterback to put the ball on your chest. That nonverbal communication between the receiver and the quarterback, recognizing when you're open, stay open, that's the stuff that makes a lot of these offenses so difficult to defend. You know, it's easy to sit up here and say, hey, just keep running the ball. They've been efficient, just kind of wear down this defense by 1,000 different paper cuts. But the problem is, it's only contingent upon your ability to keep the score down. So if you want to continue to run the ball this often, they're going to have to look to their defense to play really well.
The pass intended for Xavier Leggett. And it's going to be fourth down.
So prior to that third down call, Mike, I thought they put themselves in a pretty good situation at that down and distance. They had run and pass, both at their disposal, but nice job by the defense being up to the task. Force the incomplete, brings up fourth down.
A 47-yard attempt.
His kick will split the uprights. It's good. And the Panthers will extend to a 10-0 lead.
So it's not exactly what you're looking for when you set out on a drive, but at the same time, you don't want to come away empty-handed either. So in this case, they'll take those 3 points.
So the lead is now 10-0 as this kicks away. On the return, here's Turpin. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Cowboys offense getting their final instruction before heading back onto the field. On first and 10, Prescott. This one caught by CeeDee Lamb. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple. From the 29, here's second and 8. Operating from the gun, here's Dak. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up third down. Dak to throw. That one on target to Williams. He's got it. 13 yards on that pass play. That's good for a Dallas first down.
First down, Cowboys.
Let's give some credit to this offensive line. Once they identified the blitz, you can see them communicating with one another to make sure everybody is on the same page, and that's what gave the quarterback enough time and found the open man.
And that play going nowhere. The defense all over that one. They'll bring him down for a big loss.
Well, as been the case this entire first half, it's been the defense that's really carried the load for this team. Some offensive struggles, but they've done more than their part, coming through again with another big stop for a loss.
Going down the middle of the field, and he's got his tight end. And he has taken down a big gain on that one. Great way for them to end this opening quarter. On to the second quarter. Cowboys possess the football as they've got it with 1st and 10. Now Prescott. The pressure gets there, and down he goes.
Well, that's certainly one way to bounce back here defensively after giving up a huge explosive play on the previous snap. To bounce back and come away with a sack. Now you find yourself in 2nd and long. You can catch your breath, and the opportunity to get off the field has just gone up.
Now a 2nd down throw for Prescott. He'll get about 6 before he's taken down.
This is a great example here of just not getting too complicated as an offensive coordinator. Who's one of your best players on the field, and how do you get the ball in his hands?
It is 3rd and 10. Dak to throw. This one broken up. It's incomplete. Good job separating the receiver from the ball, and it is 4th down.
I got high standards for offensive players, but in this case, Mike, I think I'm giving all the credit to the defender. He timed that one up perfectly, and what could have been an easy play ends up as an incomplete.
On 4th down, here's Brandon Aubrey for the Cowboy field goal try. This will be a 46-yard attempt. Aubrey's kick is good. And the Cowboys are on the board. It's now 10-3. Back out is Brandon Aubrey at the field goal a moment ago, and now he'll send this one away. A return now from the 4. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. Here's the Carolina offense now as they head out to take over for their next possession. They lead by a touchdown as this drive begins with 1st and 10. In motion comes the tight end, Evans. On the give, it's Hubbard. He'll get this ahead for about 3. Deron Bland with the tackle. From the 32-yard line now, here's 2nd and 7. Here's Young. Throw on the run is complete. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. They get 20 on the connection. It's good for a Panther first down.
And that was just a simple read that time. He knew his guy was going to come open in the middle of the field based on the look they gave. All he had to do was let the play develop and then deliver a strike to pick up the first down.
A give up the middle, it's Hubbard. And he'll get about 6 there, setting up 2nd down.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3.
To throw is Young. Taken in right side by Leggett. And to whistle him down, but not before it picks up a first down after a gain of 7.
So anytime you decide to blitz, the hope is that the secondary can hold up long enough to allow the extra pressure guys to get to the quarterback. But when you don't get to the quarterback and he's able to get the ball on time and in rhythm, there are holes in the back end, and they're able to pick up the first down.
And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage at best. Might have even lost a yard there.
So they go with the first down run, hoping to just get them some positive yards and get themselves into a good second down situation. But now they find themselves in 2nd and long. So the more you give defenses the opportunity, Mike, to defend you one-dimensionally. So in this case, we're only playing you in the pass. It stresses your protection. It stresses your play caller.
He is hit before he can get rid of it. And down he goes. Osa Odigizua gets up for a loss of 7. And now it's 3rd down.
We spent so much time talking about quarterbacks and the special plays that they can make. And, of course, that's a big part of playing quarterback in the NFL. But also, can you avoid the bad plays? Do you know when the fight is over and live to play another down? Don't take that sack. Throw the ball away, get back out there on 3rd down, and give yourself a chance.
Tries to get that one down the field, but it is incomplete.
So anytime you find yourself in 3rd and long, it's hard to really be unpredictable as a play caller because the defense knows it's most likely going to be a pass. They understand where the down and distance markers are, and there's really nowhere for him to go with the ball, and he has to throw it away.
And not the greatest of results here. This is going to hit in the field of play and continue out of bounds. The Cowboys offense ready to see what they can do with this next possession. He'll try the right side with Williams. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
Nice job by the running back making the first guy miss, but it's the pursuit by the entire defense. Even though he doesn't get him down on his first try, the rest of his guys are all rallying to the ball, and they bring him down for a short gain.
On 2nd down, it's Dak. He'll step up and run this. Dak wisely hits the deck at the end, but he slides after picking up the first down.
13 yards. First down, Cowboys.
A quarterback who can extend the play with his legs, Mike, is just such a key element to today's modern offenses. You can see there was nowhere for him to go with the ball, but he decides to turn into a runner, picks up a great gain, and ultimately first down. Great example of first down efficiency. You don't always have to go for the big play, but put yourself in a friendly 2nd down. Now you have equal opportunity to both run and pass.
At the 45-yard line.
Ball Ball spotted at the 45. Here's 2nd and 4. Now this is going to be a design run. They let him keep it.
A gain of 7. And a Cowboy first down.
Sometimes, Mike, the best plan is also the simplest plan. And for this team, just snap the ball to your quarterback, let him find some daylight, and go get that first down himself.
Now it's Williams. And he'll work forward for about 3. It's 2nd down.
He was brought down at the 45-yard line. A 3-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 7.
Prescott now. He'll get this complete. It's George Pickens. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line.
18 on the play.
First time these two have connected this afternoon, and it'll wind up being a first down.
And that's a nice grab for his first catch of the game, Mike. And he's someone that the play caller has told us he wants to get him early touches, get him a feel for the game. Nice job there making that happen.
On the ground, this is Miles Sanders. And a good job following his blockers, a gain of 7. It'll be 2nd down.
19-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2.
A give, and here comes Williams. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's it.
The offense thinks that they can just kind of plow this one up there in the middle and keep the chains moving, but not on this defense. Not only do they not pick up the first down, but after suffering that loss, now they've got some decisions to make on 3rd down.
3rd and short. Prescott. He'll try and get there on the ground. And the Cowboys are going to be set up with a 1st and goal as they're able to convert there on 3rd and 3.
First and goal, Dallas.
Those plays are killers for a defense. You think you have the quarterback hemmed in. You think you have a chance for your pass rush to get you off the field. Instead, he gets away, picks up some tough yards, and sets his team up 1st and goal.
They'll run. It's Williams. Nothing there. He is fortunate just to get back to the line. Now it's 2nd and goal.
And they've really done a nice job defensively holding them in check. I mean, ideally, you'd want your back to average around 4 yards a pop, but they're falling short of that threshold as of now, and partially it's why they find themselves trailing at this stage in the game.
2nd down. Prescott. That one taken in. George Pickens. Touchdown, Dallas.
That was just too easy, Mike. It's just straight man coverage. Great route by the receiver on the slant. You just can't give up an inside release deep in your own end zone because, as you just saw, it's pitch and catch.
Brandon Aubrey now for the extra point. It's up and good. And the Cowboys will tie things up. It's now 10-10. Level at 10 as this one's kicked off. On the return, here's Trevor Etienne. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Panthers offense ready to take over possession of the football.
26-yard line.
Get this out wide. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6 at the 30-yard line.
Ball on the 30 now. Here's 2nd and 6. Check this down as Hubbard out of the backfield. And they'll hold him to a gain of just a couple and sets up 3rd down.
I think the days where cornerbacks are either unwilling or unable to be involved in the run game, I think those days are over, Mike. I think when you look around the landscape of today's NFL, yes, you have to cover, but you also have to be able to come up and tackle.
From the gun, it's Young. Oh, in trouble, and down he goes.
When you can win so fast as an edge rusher, you put so much pressure on the quarterback to speed everything up. He can sense that pressure coming either from his front or back side. It either speeds up and leads to an errant throw, or in this case, it leads to a sack.
Here's Sam Martin now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. A fair catch will be taken here with that flag down by the punter, and this might keep the drive alive.
Automatic 1st down.
Set to go now on 1st and 10. A run with Hubbard. A modest gain. Maybe 2 yards. It's 2nd down.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and
8. On play action, Young. There's a short one caught by Sanders. They're going to work this down inside the 45. A pickup there of 13. It's a Carolina 1st down.
I always think you can tell pretty quickly how comfortable a quarterback is in their offense, Mike, by how fast they work through their progression and get the ball to their check down underneath. And in this case, with the depth of the defense, a lot of space in the short game, get them the ball, pick up the 1st down.
A big hole. And he'll take this one in. Chuba Hubbard. Touchdown, Panthers. Big play out of the running game as the back accelerates all the way to the house for the rushing touchdown.
And Mike, when we talk about burst, that's what we're talking about. And they told us all week, be ready for this guy. He's got something special to him, and that long touchdown there is exactly what they're talking about.
On now is Fitzgerald for the PAT. He's got it. Panthers go up by 7. It is now 17-10. Following the touchdown, it is Fitzgerald to send this one away. On the return, here's Turpin. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Cowboys offense and George Pickens out for their next possession. Play fake. Prescott. His fullback releasing, and he's going to bring it in.
So I don't think his fullback was his primary option on that play, but a really nice job by the quarterback, working quickly through his progression, getting the ball down to his big fullback, and he's able to pick up a nice gain.
From the 33, here's 2nd and 4. Williams gets it on the draw. Crazy. And this is going to be a Cowboys first down. He gets this up past the 40-yard line. 2 minutes remain here in this first half. Back with more from Charlotte. After this, a fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. From the shotgun, it's down. That's out wide to Williams. And he'll be written out of bounds after a gain of 6.
All right, so there's really 3 areas that a modern NFL running back has to excel. Number 1, the traditional handles. Number 2, you have to be excellent and reliable in pass protection. And maybe bigger than all of them, you have to be at least serviceable out of the backfield in the passing game.
Shotgun snap for Prescott. Forced out left. Now he takes off. Taking advantage of the room to run, a gain of 19 on the scramble.
Gain of 19 yards. And a Cowboy first down.
The defense is going to have to come up with a plan for this quarterback using his legs, Mike, or it's going to be a long day. They knew coming in he was a threat. And I'm not sure they thought he would be this effective this early.
Dak going to throw it here on first down. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 28-yard line.
Prescott. He'll step up and run. And that's a veteran quarterback doing what veterans do. Don't take the extra hit. Got the first down, get down. The drive continues. Here's Prescott. This is caught 2. Fighting for the goal line. They're going to stop him just short, but he has picked up the first down. Williams. And looked like he might have had a lane, but the defense closed quickly. He did not get in. 2nd down.
This defense is able to get the hold here on first down, Mike, but they might have to do it 3 more times. I think if I'm this offense, I'm saying this is 4 down territory. I've got 3 more shots to gain 1 yard. Here you go.
Now here's 2nd and goal. They'll try to run it with Williams. And And he is not going to get to the goal line. In fact, he's even going to lose yards on that play. And now it is 3rd and goal. He'll try to run it with Williams. And he's so close to breaking the plane, but the official's going to come in and mark him short. So now it's 4th down.
4th and goal.
They'll go for it. It's Williams. And he barrels his way into the end zone. Javonte Williams. Touchdown, Cowboys. So they decide to go for the touchdown, and Greg, they get rewarded on 4th and goal with the 6 points.
Yeah, I think the safe bet there is you settle for the field goal and you're happy coming off the field with points. But not this play caller. He rolls the dice a little bit, but give credit to the offensive line. They created just enough of a lane for this back to take it in for 6.
Aubrey, good with the extra point. Cowboys will come back to tie things at 17. Still a little time. Final minute of this first half. We'll see if they can do anything with this kickoff that is coming their way. Safe kick taken at the 5. They'll get this up past the 20. And that's where they'll set up shop. The Panthers offense going to take over here in the final minute of this first half. So 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 22. Out of the shotgun. Young. Over the middle. He's got Leggett.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and a yard at the 31-yard line.
A good spot here. 2nd and a yard. Here's Young. They go sideline, and he stays in bounds. Got the feet down in time. It's a 1st down. Halftime coming up, and we'll take you down to Scott Hansen for the EA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Mike, thanks very much. Scott Hansen back with you in the studios in Orlando. We've got a close one as we expected. No quarter given on either side. We are all tied up at the break. This one could go either way, so let's find out as they're ready for the 3rd quarter kickoff. Send it back out to the stadium and our commentary team, Mike Tirico and Greg Olson.
Scott, thanks. Probably a tough halftime for the defensive coordinators, trying to do something to slow down these offenses. What a show they put on in the first half. Could not ask for more from that first half. All even as we begin quarter number 3. This returnable from the 4. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. The the Panthers offense ready to get going again. They'll have it first in this third quarter. This drive started on the ground. It's Hubbard. And a good run there. Give him 5 yards.
It's a big over 6. Brings up second and 4.
They'll work now on 2nd and 4. In motion comes the tight end, Evans. Another run here with Hubbard. And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage.
Great job by that linebacker timing his blitz. He didn't give any indication to the offense that he was coming. He's able to get through that hole and take the ball carrier down for a loss.
Here now, 3rd and 5. Leggett in motion. Now Young. They're set up a screen here to Hubbard. Oh, good-looking screen play there. A gain of 11 and a first down.
The best time to call a screen is when the defense is anticipating pass. Allow that defensive front to rush the passer. Just get through the offensive line enough before you drop it to your back. Get out behind those big offensive linemen and pick up the first down.
Young hands it to Hubbard. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
The big guys in the middle of the defense, Mike, the defensive tackles. So often they're asked to do the dirty work. Keep the blockers off the linebackers. Let them run around and make all the plays. But in this case, this guy's able to shed his blocker, make the stop, and keep it to no gain.
Throwing on 2nd down, Young. Rush comes. They're setting up the screen. And a good job rallying to the football. Holding just a gain of a yard and sets up 3rd down.
Really well done here by the defense, Mike, executing this zone defense, and they've got to be able to pattern read. You're not just going to drop back to a spot and just play like a robot. Based on what the receivers do off the line, the defenders have different rules of where their zones move to. Well, they had that one dialed in right from the jump, and they were able to stop that play really before it got started.
The pass rush gets home, and he goes down.
These pass rushers, they love these situations where they can just pin their ears back and go after the quarterback. They knew they had a chance to put an end to this drive, and they didn't let it go to waste.
Punting time for the Panthers. Set to kick this one away. A fair catch called for and made just beyond their own 50. The Cowboys offense and Javonte Williams getting set for this next possession. Play action. Here's Dak. Open. Left side is Schoonmaker. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple. They face 2nd down and 7. Operating from the gun. Here's Dak. That's into the hands of Lamb. And they'll mark him down just shy of the 40. Prescott to his main man, Lamb. CD gets the Cowboys a first down.
Well, it goes without saying. You want to play wide receiver in the NFL, Mike. How well can you change directions? How fast can you get your body from one direction to another? And when you can cut like this guy, I'm not sure how you guard it.
And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
Running back looked a little unsure of himself on that carry there, Mike. You have to think back to that fumble earlier in the game. How much is that still weighing on his mind? He didn't really seem to attack that hole like we've seen in the past. He gets stopped. No gain.
2nd and 10. Now Prescott. Here's a screen set up to Williams. We'll get about 6 before he's taken down. Here's a 3rd down and 4. Prescott now. And he'll just have to throw this one away. There was nowhere to go downfield. And now it's going to bring up a 4th down.
Tie game, second half. Mistakes here can really decide the outcome of the game. So it's a really smart play. Nothing's open. Just throw it out of bounds. Live to fight another play.
The Cowboys get their special teams out on the field. And no chance of a run back here. This one's going to sail out of bounds. The Panthers offense getting things in order as they trot out for this next possession. This drive begins with a run by Hubbard. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
There's very few defenses in today's NFL, Mike, that you can play the cornerback position and be unwilling to tackle. Those days are kind of over, so give credit to this guy. I mean, he identified run, he understood his leverage and gap fit, and he's able to bring him down for no gain.
They'll go again with Hubbard. Once again, this defense up to the task. They stop it for no gain yet again. And now it's 3rd down.
3rd down and 9.
Young. That is incomplete. Great work to get in there. Make things difficult defensively. And it sets up 4th down.
And that's exactly how you teach it. They want these defenders to time the hit, that right when the ball gets there, you separate the receiver from the ball. And those are the ones on offense, man. You just have to make that catch, Mike. I know it's easier said than done, but you know the hit's coming. You've got to squeeze that thing, brace for impact, and make that play for your offense.
And not much doing there. They made sure he would not get free. So now here are the Cowboys. Their offense ready to make their way back onto the field. On the play fake, Dak. This pass right side, caught by Lamb.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
From the 34-yard line, here's 2nd and 9. Here's Dak to throw. He'll get this complete. It's Lamb again. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. Prescott to his main man, Lamb. CD gets the Cowboys a 1st down.
receiver just finds himself in a really nice groove, and there's these weird times in the game, Mike, where it just seems like every ball comes your way, every play they call, you're wide open, and you just find yourself in one of those grooves that athletes talk about. So they got to continue to ride the hot hand, because right now on that field, there's no mistaking who it is. And at this stage of the game, it's both teams that are really seeing who can make the big play to swing the game in their favor, and this time it's the defense. He's able to get his hands on it. Mike, I think they're lucky he wasn't able to get both hands on it, because it could have been even a bigger play.
Prescott again. To the left side, he's got Tolbert. And they'll hold him to a gain of just a couple and sets up third down.
It's a gain of 2 yards. And it's third down.
To the air again, Prescott. He manages to get the throw away and completes it. They get 18 on that one. First down, Cowboys.
And this is where the quarterback's improv skills really kind of come into play. The ability to play off-platform, throw from different arm angles. It's something that we're seeing a lot play out across the league. And yes, you have to throw from a spot in the middle of the pocket. But if you can only do that, it's hard to play quarterback in today's NFL.
And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
You could see the quarterback once he got the snap. He was looking for any seam, any daylight. But nothing materialized, and he's fortunate he got back to the line of scrimmage.
He'll try again here. 2nd and 10. The play action. It's Prescott. That's going to be incomplete. Covered very good there. Contact jarring the ball loose. And it's going to force third down.
He's usually such a reliable target in the passing game. Like, we just don't see him struggle to come down with catches like that all too often. And when you're one of the go-to guys on your team, I know the hit's coming, but guess what? It feels a lot better after you take that hit after a catch than it.
That is caught. What a throw. Touchdown, Dallas.
Touchdown.
All week we're going to see this play be run over and over as a highlight of the quarterback and the receiver. But, Mike, the part that people don't give enough credit to, in order to get a downfield shot, you have to have time. And what a great job by the offensive line, allowing the quarterback to be comfortable enough in the pocket. Let those deeper routes develop, be on time and accurate with the ball, and that's why this play is going to be a highlight all week. Let's give the big guys up front some credit.
The extra point by Aubrey is good. And the Cowboys will go up by 7.
Panthers 17.
So now, after the touchdown, out is Aubrey to kick this one away. He'll start at the 4. And he'll bring it out to the 22-yard line. That's where the offense will take the field. The Panthers offense and their back Chuba Hubbard set to come back on the field. And you have to imagine the defense is saying, how do we stop this guy? He has run roughshod through him to this point in the third quarter. Young to throw on 1st and 10. This one taken in by Renfro. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down. We'll get a stoppage here. There is an injured Cowboy. Athletic training staff looking at him, so we'll step aside. Second down and 6 now from the 26. Off the play fake. Here's Young. That's the left side. Hauled in by Lee Getty. And he'll be taken down up at the 40-yard line. Give him 14 on that one. It's good for a Panther first down.
Throwing with anticipation, it not only requires the confidence in both your accuracy and the timing, but it also forces the receiver to be on time and where the quarterback expects you to be. And this is one of those examples, man. When those two things are on point, it results in a first down.
How about that? Quick feet there. Made a man miss. On his way to a nice pickup of 7.
7-yard pickup. Brings up second and 3.
Ball on the 47-yard line. Here's second and 3. We'll go play action with Young. Looking left side is tight end Tremble. And he's going to be out of bounds down inside the 25-yard line. A pickup there of 28 yards.
I love this call. My defense is thinking run here. It's second and short, so they go with play action. Leads to an easy first down. Really well done.
On first down, it is Hubbard. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
What makes great linebackers stand out from the pack is their instincts and their vision. In this case, the linebacker has his keys, brings him right where the ball is going, and he's able to make a play at the point of attack and keep this to a no gain.
They'll run it here with Hubbard. And he nearly got free. But as it is, gain of 6. It sets up third down.
That's a gain of 7. Brings up third and 3.
From the gun, it's Young. He's got a man! That's McMillan! And he's going to have the first down. They convert on third, and it sets up a first and goal.
That's another Panthers first down. First and goal at the 8-yard line.
Nothing really fancy about that last completion, but what it does do, Mike, is now they're on the doorstep of the end zone. So now they've got to find a way to finish this long drive with a touchdown.
They'll run with Hubbard. And he will score! Cuba Hubbard. Touchdown, Carolina. 2 touchdowns for him now on the afternoon. Good drive. They kept the ball. Greg, they moved it effectively down the field and finish it off on the ground for the touchdown.
So often, Mike, we see teams work on a great drive to get down here close, only to settle for a field goal. But in this case, give them a lot of credit. They put a great drive together, but they're able to capitalize and finish it off with 6.
Fitzgerald down for the extra point. He gets it to go, and the Panthers will tie this game at 24. So back to level after the touchdown. Time for the kickoff. This one taken at the 7. Oh, he's got room past the 30. And he'll be out of bounds on the return. And the drive will begin there.
And that's a heck of a return right there. He's going to bounce his way towards the left sideline. Just a ton of space over there to run. And they finally get him out of bounds. But not until he nearly managed to turn the corner and almost take it all the way.
Here's Dak Prescott and the Cowboy offense set to go again. And he has been a nightmare to scheme against throughout this one. This defense has been picked apart. That is borne out in those impressive numbers. He has been terrific all game long. Pistol now for Prescott. He'll find Lamb. That's complete. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 36-yard line.
Ball on the 36 now. Here's 2nd and 5. They'll go with Williams. He is met and dropped. A couple of yards behind the line of scrimmage, too.
All week long, they stress, Mike, that we have to get as many defenders to this ball carrier as possible. They know he's going to make some guys miss. He's going to be hard to get on the ground, but you can see the effect of rallying to the ball as it had here. They're able to take him down, and they're able to do it for a loss.
On 3rd down, Prescott. He's got a receiver, and that's Lamb. And they'll move this ball way down into the red zone, inside the 20-yard line. They're locked in on this drive. Second connection for that pair. This one gaining 22. They're at the 17-yard line now for 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Dak. And he'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3.
Just a simple hitch route. Certainly nothing special there or anything downfield, but the idea is the more of those you throw and those efficient passes, the second the defense moves up to take it away, that's when you go for the big ones.
Here's a handoff to Williams. And he nearly got free. But as it is, gain of 6. And it sets up 3rd down.
It's a gain of 6. Brings up 3rd and inches.
So these two teams take the long walk to the opposite end of the stadium. We've come to the end of the 3rd quarter. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL on EA Sports. The crowd making their presence felt. This is 3rd down. They'll run the sneak, and he's going to have the 1st down. Just past the marker, it is 1st and goal.
When done correctly, Mike, this is just such a high percentage call. It's kind of hard to choose another play off your call sheet. It's impossible to defend. You can know it's coming, stack the box, whatever you want to do. But most of the time, they'll just drive forward and pick up the 1st down.
Here's a run. And he will take this one across into the end zone. Javonte Williams. Touchdown, Cowboys. His 2nd TD of the game, and this one gives his team the lead. Greg, every touchdown counts the same, but the ones you get in the 4th quarter, they are the ones that feel a little more important.
Yeah, now the pressure shifts to your defense. Your offense was able to go out and get the lead here late. Does your defense have enough left in them to get one more stop?
On for the PAT is Aubrey. He's got it. Cowboys will go up by 7.
The score, Cowboys 31, Panthers
So the lead is 7 now. Here in this fourth quarter, the tie has been broken. Let's see what happens on this kickoff. This is fielded inside the 5. And he will get cut down short, shy of the 20-yard line. Here's the Carolina offense now as they head out to take over for their next possession. Tremble comes in motion. On first down is Young. That one taken in right side by Lee. And he's going to be marked down up around the 33. A gain of 14. Good for a quick first down.
Nice way to start the drive here. Really good protection by the guys up front. Good decision by the quarterback to find his read. Ball's accurate, ball's on time. Now they're able to start this drive and get on the move the right way.
And he'll fight forward for a couple of yards, but a flag is down, and the linemen are already walking back. Out of the shotgun, Young. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Every possession is so critical in these close games. The one thing you can't have here is a turnover. Really nice job making sure that ball is uncatchable and just line up and snap it again.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. Tremble comes in motion. Throwing on 2nd down, Young. That one incomplete. Tommy Tremble, the tight end, the man he was looking for there.
Incomplete.
Now it's going to be 3rd down.
Third down and
For the most part, he's been very accurate with the ball. I mean, he's completing over 60% of his passes, but because they haven't been able to get any big explosive plays, continue to push the ball downfield, hasn't really translated on the scoreboard just yet.
From the gun here on 3rd down, it's Young. To the right side, he finds McMillan. And they were hoping for a little more on that one. Brought down well short of the first. It'll bring up 4th down.
Recognizing the blitz is just the first step in the process. For a quarterback, understanding who you can account for with the protection and then who you can't account for. That's where your hot receiver comes in. He points to his receiver, who the defender they're hot off of. That guy comes, gets the ball out of his hand, and results in a completion.
And he'll be brought down. Short return. And they'll take over there. The Cowboys offense ready to see what they can do. On 1st and 10, Prescott. That's right side. He's got Ferguson. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down.
brings up 2nd and 3 at the 41-yard line.
From the 41, here's 2nd down and 3. Now Prescott. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Really nice coverage there defensively. And here you find yourself in a one-score game. Like, he understands the value of protecting the ball. Really smart decision. throw it away, snap it again.
This crowd into it now as we get to third down. Back to throw is Prescott. Here's a screen set up to Williams. And he's going to pick up the first down. He knew where that marker was and made sure he got beyond it.
A gain of 5. And the Cowboy first down.
At this point in the game, Mike, it really starts coming down to the number of possessions. So that's a huge first down conversion. Fresh set of downs. Now, the balance is stay aggressive and maintain the ball, but also start working this clock.
And he'll take this forward for about 3. It's second down.
4 yards on the pickup. Second and 6 at their 49-yard line.
It's another run here for Williams. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. They get 15 on that game. That's good for a Dallas first down.
First down, Cowboys.
You know, there's all this talk, Mike, about the value of the run game in today's NFL. You know when the run game matters? It matters right now. Fourth quarter, you've got the lead. Can you lean on your running back and offensive line to close this game out?
And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line. Give them 12 on that one. They are on the mark. Another first down.
Dallas.
Fourth quarter, you find yourself protecting a one-possession lead. It's a fine line, Mike, between do I keep the ball on the ground, continue to work the clock, or stay aggressive, try to extend this lead to a multiple possession game. That's the balance this play caller is dealing with right now.
And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
So often when it comes to safeties, Mike, we talk about their speed and their range. But for him to be able to come up and make a tackle and be physical at the point of attack and keep this ball carrier to no gain, that's pretty impressive.
Play action now. Prescott. His fullback releasing, and he's going to bring it in. And he'll take this down to the 6. That's good enough for first down. First and goal.
A lot could go wrong anytime you decide to put the ball in the air here late in the fourth quarter as you're trying to run out the clock and protect this lead. But at the same time, I like that they haven't gone super conservative. Just handoff right, handoff left, and it just turns into tackling practice. So I like the balance of making the defense defend everything, because right now, you possess the ball, protect the ball, and ultimately just run the clock out. So there's multiple factors, Mike, that make blitzes successful. So, of course, there's the initial design. Can you attack the vulnerabilities of the offense's blocking scheme? And then in this case, the next phase is the timing. You can see this linebacker knew exactly what...
And he's into the end zone. That might be the knockout punch. George Pickens. Touchdown, Dallas. That is second touchdown of the afternoon. Everything you want to do right there, Greg, in the fourth quarter, get the ball with the lead and extend it to a 2-score advantage.
Yeah, and I think this just might end up being too much to overcome. You said it. Once you get a 2-score lead this late in the fourth quarter, there's just not enough possessions to be had to claw yourself back in it.
Now, Aubrey for the extra point. His kick is good. And the Cowboys will open it up even further here in this fourth quarter.
24.
So now, after the touchdown, out is Aubrey to kick this one away. Very good kickoff. Returnable from the 4. Across the 20, they'll mark him down before the 25-yard line. That's where the offense will take over. Panthers offense ready to come back out for this next possession. So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24. Leggett in motion. On 1st and 10, here's Young. The ball deflected at least a couple of times, but it'll fall to the ground. It's incomplete.
They tried to go with the quick game here in hopes they could do something with it after the catch, but I don't think everyone was necessarily on the same page, and this ends up being a wasted down.
We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. Back to the air, it's Young. To set up the screen here to Hubbard. He'll be brought down up past the 35-yard line. That screen goes for 12, and that's a 1st down.
It's been tough sledding for this offense all day today, Mike, but especially here in the second half. So they are just in desperate need of a spark, just something to get their offense into a little bit of a rhythm if they want to have any chance to find themselves back into this game here late.
To another 1st down. Brought down just shy of the marker.
4 yards. Complete to Jatavion Sanders. 10 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and inches.
2nd and inches.
5-yard line.
On the give, it's Hubbard. And I don't think he got that wrapped up in the line of scrimmage, and now you're looking at 3rd down.
You can see the running back. He's waiting patiently for that cutback lane to open, and it just never did. Great job by the defense continuing to string that play out sideways, and they're able to take him down for a loss.
It's going to be 3rd. They need 1. He'll try to run for it with Hubbard. And he's going to have a Panthers 1st down. They're able to convert by plenty on that 3rd and 1.
That's good.
You know, how often do we see, Mike, in these 3rd and short situations, there's so many bodies up near the line of scrimmage, and this back has his head down, hitting it so hard that sometimes he runs into that line, and sometimes he can come out that backside.
Young to throw on 1st down. That's taken in, and it's Rico Dowdle. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line. Good work after the catch. They gain 19 yards and a 1st down.
Carolina Panthers. 1st and 10.
This is so much of the skill sets that we're seeing around the league at the running back position. You don't want to have to sub your running back off the field, Mike, when you build what they call these empty or 5-wide sets. Can you keep your running back and run true receiver routes and be a threat? Because when you can, there's a lot of big plays to be made.
And the throw left sideline caught. They rule incomplete. Couldn't keep the feet in. And it's 2nd down.
Well, it's going to go down as an incompletion, but it wasn't from a lack of effort. I mean, he did everything in his power to try to get both feet in bounds. The pass just took him a little bit too close to the sideline, and he just wasn't able to save the play.
On 2nd down, Young. Quick throw, take him in. And that'll go for a gain of 7. And it's going to set up 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and
3. Renfro brought in motion. Young. He'll try and get there on the ground. And he will score. Game on. Bryce Young. Touchdown. Panthers. 2 touchdowns for him now. big touchdown gets them right within reach of pulling this comeback off.
Well, Mike, at the very least, they've given themselves a chance, but can they get a stop and get the ball back again for a chance to go down and really make this one interesting?
On now is Fitzgerald for the PAT. The kick is good. Panthers will cut the deficit to 7. We'll get a stoppage here. There is an injured Cowboy. And as the medical staff looks him over, we'll step aside. So, things a little more interesting now. Back to a one-score game as they kick it away. Here comes a return from the 3. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. The Cowboys offense back onto the field for their next possession. Drive begins with a run by Williams. He'll be taken down after a gain of
2. Brings up 2nd and 8 at the 30-yard line.
Ball on the 30 now. Here's 2nd and 8. Operating from the gun. Here's Dak. The pressure, too much, and he goes down.
Big-time opportune sack there by the defense. Mike, they're right on the cusp of field goal range. You can't allow this to become a two-possession ball game here in the 4th quarter. Massive 3rd down coming up here. See if they can get off the field and get the ball back to their offense.
Prescott from the gun on 3rd down. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down.
When you get the ball in this situation, what you're looking to do is not only end the drive with a touchdown to put the game away, but you'd love to chew up some clock. So with that incomplete pass now likely putting an end to this series, that's a big opportunity for them to try to close this game out.
Offense, and their back Chuba Hubbard set to come back on the field. And it's hard to believe you could run the ball a whole lot better than he had. The vision, the cutback ability, the acceleration, the stats. It has all been on display throughout. From the 25, they'll go to work. 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Young. Over the middle, he's got Leggett. That's a nice pickup on a 1st down throw. It's a gain of 8.
When you call these double moves, you're going for broke. And you're looking to throw this ball over the head of the defense, so give a lot of credit to the defensive backs. Yes, it led to a completion, but this was not the big play the offense intended when the coordinator called that play.
And some good running there. That's a 1st down up to the 43.
It just seems like every time this guy touches the ball, he makes something happen. And not all of his runs are always going to be positive. He's kind of one of those guys that's going to get a 0, a 1, a 2. But it's the home run threat. It's the big plays that really tip the scales in your favor. And when you can generate those big explosive plays on the ground, man, it makes such a big difference for the offense.
And he will not get away. Terrific open field tackle. Gets him down behind the line. After the loss of 3, it is 2nd and 13. Here's Young. That's to the left side. Hauled in by Leggett. And he'll be marked down at the 45-yard line. His second catch of the drive. This one good for 15 and a first down.
First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Every team in the league practices these situations every single day. That's a critical third down, Mike. So now with this fresh set of downs, they got to just take a deep breath. Now you're really not so much playing against your opponent as much as you are playing against this clock.
Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts left. It's 1st and 10. Hubbard. And he'll get 2 on this one before being taken down.
He's brought down at the 42-yard line. A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7.
Here is 2nd and 7. They'll drop to throw. I had a defender draped all over him. Incomplete. Good work to body him up and set up a 3rd down.
So now after that last incompletion, this brings up a critical 3rd down. But remember, Mike, they don't have to get it all here in one play. They've got 3rd and 4th down. There's no punt, there's no kick. They've got to treat this like it's their final possession of the game, and they've got 2 downs to extend this drive.
The Panthers will take their first timeout. They'll get it with just under 90 seconds remaining.
Panthers, first down. 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line.
Here's 1st down. Throwing is Young. Looking left side, his tight end trembles.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 29-yard line.
They face 2nd down and 7. Here's Young. Over the middle, he locates McMillan. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line.
And now we're at the point of the game, Mike, where someone has to step up and make a play. That's exactly what this quarterback and his receiver did. It gives them now a fresh set of downs and a chance to go down and make this game very interesting.
Final minute, 1 timeout remaining, and it's 1st and 10. Man in motion, heading right. On 1st down is Young. He'll get this complete. It's Jimmy Horn Jr.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8 at the 14-yard line.
2nd down and 8. Out of the shotgun, Young. This one caught at the 4. And the Panthers are looking at a 1st and goal. He's taken down at the 2-yard line.
And now, after that catch, they've got a chance here late, Mike. They've got enough time to try to move this thing down. I think they can win the game on this possession.
Here is 1st and goal. The motion man is Sanders. Now Young. And it's a touchdown. They have gotten to within 1. And a 2-point conversion can give them the lead here in the final minute. So now the extra point to, in all likelihood, send us to overtime. The extra point is good. A big one as we are tied late in this football game. So, not much time remaining to get something started. All tied here, late fourth as the kickoff comes. On the return, here's Turpin. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Cowboys offense make their way out to take over once more. This game all even now following that touchdown a moment ago. They'll look to retake the lead on this drive that starts with first down. Piece of running there. He'll get about 9 yards past the 35-yard line. And now the Cowboys going to take a timeout. Clock will stop with 18 seconds remaining. It is 2nd and a yard. A shotgun snap for Prescott. Into the hands of Pickens. And that's a first down. And it will be a gain of 8. That's a timeout for Dallas. It's their second, and they'll stop it with 13 seconds left to play. This offense still has the one timeout to use. 1st and 10 coming up now. On play action, here's Dak. There's a short run that's caught by Ferguson, and that'll be good for a gain of about 4 as he is forced out of bounds.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
So, pressure kick coming now for Brandon Aubrey. This to win the game.
67-yard attempt.
And this one is going to run out of steam. This is short. It's no good. And this game, in all likelihood, is headed to overtime.
You have to give him credit, Mike. I mean, that shows a lot of faith in your kicker because that is an ambitious effort from that distance.
Young to throw on 1st and 10. That'll be incomplete. And now we are down to likely just one more play.
This is defended by the wrong
player. They'll come up now for 2nd down. Here we go. One final play. That's to the receiver, Horn. And he's going to be taken down, and that will do it. 4 quarters, no winner. Let's keep going. We're off to overtime. Four quarters could not determine a winner. We get back underway here in overtime. A return now from the full. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Cowboys offense starting to trot out for this next possession.
26-yard line.
This looks like a design run, and he'll be met in the backfield and dropped behind the line of scrimmage.
You saw the guard take a pass set, Mike. He's hoping that defensive tackle just races up the field trying to sack the quarterback, and then you just hand the ball off to your back on a draw. In this case, the defensive tackle does a great job going from pass to run, and he's able to take the back down for a loss.
Now a first throw here in overtime. Oh, he's going to be bottled up and taken down. They got him.
Well, as they face this possible 3-and-out following that second down sack, now if you're the quarterback, you've got to be thinking, get the ball out of my hand, find a matchup I like downfield and try to push this ball past the sticks and keep this drive alive.
Work to do following the sack. It is 3rd and long. From the shotgun, it's Dak. Lets it go downfield for Ferguson. This one broken up. It's incomplete. Good job separating the receiver from the ball, and it is 4th down.
He's just unable to secure the catch through the contact, and really nice job timing that hit up by the defense. And at this point, all you can do is get up, get back in the huddle, and hope your quarterback gives you another shot.
And good coverage by the punt team. They stop him before he can get any return cranked up. The Panthers offense makes their way back out to the field for their next possession.
To a whole nother level. I don't know no better. When I got rich, bro, coming slow, 6 racks on a sweater. Think I'm chilling, I'm just chilling with the fellas.
They'll come up 1st and 10 at the 40. First carry now for Rico Gallo. And he'll be marked down at the 45-yard line. Terrific starter there. Gain of 15 and a first down.
When the offense broke the huddle in a line, Mike, I think everybody in the stadium knew this was going to be a run, but the offense is kind of saying, okay, line up. I dare you to try to stop us, and right now this defense has no answers.
Well run with Dowdle. And he dances away from one defender on his way. Gain of 7.
I think every running back's dream is that he's going to run through a wide open hole and have breakaway touchdowns, but that's not necessarily the case very often in the NFL. So the backs that are the best are the ones that can get more yardage than maybe what's blocked for. And I think this is a nice physical gain here that they can continue to build off of as the game unfolds.
The short one now, caught by Tremble. And they'll get him down after a gain of 5, but that is enough for a first down.
We'll give a little credit here defensively. Even though they allowed the first down, we've seen defenses really struggle bringing this big tight end to the ground, and they didn't allow him to pick up a bunch of yards after contact, but he was able to get just enough to pick up the first down.
Here's the pistol snap to Young. That one's hauled in the side by McMillan. And he's close to another first down. He's brought down just shy of the marker.
I'm not sure what was the more difficult aspect of the play. Winning his route versus man coverage or catching this pass, because that quarterback, he put a little extra sauce on that one to get it there on time, and he's able to secure a really nice catch.
There's that man again. Another catch.
Panthers, first down. 1st and 10 at the 17-yard line.
They're at the 17-yard line now for 1st and 10. Tremble comes in motion. Young to throw on 1st down. Who else? Another catch for his favorite target.
It's now 2nd and 6 at the Cowboys' 13-yard line.
Here's a 2nd and 6. Renfro brought in motion. A 2nd down throw for Young. And hauled in at the 2. Fighting for the goal line. They're going to stop him just short, but he has picked up the 1st down.
And the Panthers.
I love the way the ball's been moving around to different guys this drive, Mike. I mean, it really keeps the defense guessing and off balance. And now, this defense is going to have to figure out how to keep this offense out of the end zone because it's 1st and goal.
And he arrows his way into the end zone. Rico Dowdle. Touchdown, Carolina. So the fans gonna head home happy. It's a win for the hometown squad. They had to work for this one. All even through 4 quarters, able to get the breakthrough in overtime to come away with a victory. And that'll do it for my partner, Greg Olson. For our entire team, I'm Mike Tirico. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. The Panthers are winners, as we say, so long from Uptown Charlotte.